What is up? Right here we got the 2021 Kia Forte GT, and I had this car for exactly 6 months now, and I managed to put 14,000 miles on this thing. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, how did I put 14,000 miles on this car in 6 months? So I'm gonna get into that right now. Starting with number one, I mostly, or on the side, I do food delivery services like Grubhub, Uber, and DoorDash. And on average, I maybe put about 60 to 70 miles on my car per day, 5 days a week. I try not to go over 100 miles, but I usually don't. That's probably like 1 out of 10. I probably put over 100 miles in my car a day. Next, I do drone photography. Next, I do drone photography. Now, sometimes I can put a couple 100 miles on my car, depending on the location I am going to. And the third reason, personal stuff, like, running errands or maybe even spiritual driving. I do spiritual driving at least maybe once a month, but lately, not really with these high gas prices. So I don't drive for fun like I used to. When I do spiritual driving, I might do at least 100 miles or more, or sometimes even less. It all depends on the route or road I am going to take for that day. But yeah, after doing all these miles, I think it makes sense that I should have got a hybrid, like a Toyota Prius or a Toyota Corolla hybrid. But at the end of the day, I really don't want a car like that, because I can't have fun in that car. I know I put a lot of miles on my cars, but I didn't buy this car to have it sit here and look pretty. Like, I bought this car to drive it and use it for work. But I'm probably gonna start taking it easy, because I don't want to get to 100k miles and then I have no goddamn warranty. So I'm probably gonna start taking it easy. In the springtime, I might buy a second vehicle, like a scooter or maybe a shit box. But I'm still debating. But anyway, let's get on to what's new with this car. And there's really not much, so this is going to be a short video. Alright guys, so to keep this short, the only thing that's new on this car is that there is a new scratch on the passenger side bumper. I am completely not sure how this scratch got there. I noticed this scratch after I left the dealership, so maybe they did that, but I cannot confirm that they did. But I sure know in hell that scratch was not there before I got there. Now, you might say that it could have been from a car wash or maybe, but when I do take my car to the car wash, I do not go through the car washes that have the brushes. I always stick to the touchless car wash, where they only use water and soap, no brushes involved. When I do dry my car off, I actually use a leaf blower to dry my car off. I do not use a towel to prevent any more scratches. Now, thankfully, this scratch is very light. Just like the scratch on my rear bumper, those scratches are both light. If I get a touch-up pen, I can probably hide those scratches, but I am not too worried about that. And honestly, that's the only thing that's new on this car. That rock chip I had in the window, it's still there. It was supposed to get fixed in October, but the place I'm going to is booked. The only reason I haven't done it myself is because it might not come out that great. Just like my ceramic coating I did on my car 6 months ago. That ceramic coating is ass, and ever since then, I am not doing anything myself on this car again. So we're going to jump into the next segment, and we're going to talk about things I like about this car. Now let's start with the interior. I actually really do like this interior. I really like this bottom flat steering wheel. When I first got this car, it was kind of weird to use, but I've grown to like it a lot. This interior is really simple. I think this is probably one of my favorite interiors in a car. It's just so simple. Like, there's pretty nice materials in here. Like, this is like soft touch. This is like also soft, but down here it's hard plastic. But who touches down there? And like, all this is soft touch material. Like, I like that, man. I really do like this interior. It's just, and plus this infotainment screen is simple as hell. I do like the analog gauges with the digital screen in the middle. I just like this interior. It's like, I can't complain about it. And then down here, you got your cup holders and everything. Manual handbrake. It's nice, bro. Like, this is a nice interior. All right, and we're gonna talk about the next thing I like about this car, and it has to be the turbo. I really like that sound of the turbo. I like the sound what it makes when it is spoiling up. Now, I'm sure some of you guys think I drive like an ass all the time, but I don't. Most of the time I drive in smart mode. I'm just cruising, yo. I'm just cruising. But sometimes when I want to get on it, I get on it. I don't floor it. I'm not a big fan of flooring cars. The only time if I'm going to floor this car if I'm racing someone, but I don't even do that type of shit, bro. But I really do like the sound of the turbo. I think maybe in the future I might mod, I might want to hear the turbo a little bit more. So I might do some like aftermarket mods to see if I can hear the turbo a little bit more, basically. The next thing I like about this car is the exhaust. I do like the sound of the exhaust. I might do a mod to make that exhaust a little bit louder. But yeah, I do like the sound of that. And the last thing I like about this car, I like the look of this car. Like, I'm not a huge fan of this color, but I can always get this thing wrapped in the future. The only reason I got this color is because there was no other Forte on the lot that they had with the GT badge. They literally did not have no other GTs out there, bro. Like, they mostly had LXSs out there. They didn't have a GT line. Like, all the GTs were out, bro. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the things I dislike about this car for owning it for the past 6 months. And trust me, there's really not much at all. Alright, so my first dislike about this car is driving this car in traffic. I hate driving this car in traffic. The only reason I hate driving this car in traffic is because of the DCT. Because, you know, if you own a DCT, you know, like, when you stop, the car is basically in neutral. When you let off the brake, it kicks into first gear. Like, that's not the problem. I hate it when it happens a lot. Like, in traffic, you're going at slow speeds. Sometimes you have to stop all of a sudden. Sometimes you have to move all of a sudden. Like, I hate that whole transition in traffic with this car. But it's not the car's fault. That's just how the DCTs are. I tend not to creep. Like, I try not to creep as much. Like, I only will move this car if there's like a huge amount of space. Like, I'm not gonna like keep creeping forward. Like, I would not do that in this car. That will probably, you know, wear out the clutch packs faster than they should. But, you know, I try not to creep in this car, especially at red lights. I don't creep at all at red lights. Like, if someone moves up in front of me, I'm not gonna move, bro. Unless it's like a huge ass gap where you can fit like a whole nother car. That's the only time I'm gonna move. But when someone like creeps up at the light, I'm not gonna move, bro. Like, that's just not gonna happen. And I gotta be honest with y'all, that is really the only dislike. I almost forgot to mention, I still do not like the automatic braking system that this car has, but every time I get in this car, I just turn that mess off because I really don't like it and I really don't trust it. Hold on. Honestly, yeah, the whole traffic thing, like, that's the only thing I dislike about this car. It's just the DCT in traffic, or sometimes in the city. Sometimes when you're about to approach a stop sign, the car, you know, goes into neutral and gets back into gear. But, you know, that's just how the DCT is, man. Like, there's nothing I can do, and I'm not really bitching about it. I'm just being nitpicky. This is actually the only dislike I have with this car is the DCT in traffic and sometimes in the city. Now, let's move on to the next segment, which is modifications, if any, if I'm going to do to this car. All right, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I ain't planning on doing any modifications to this car, at least not right now. Maybe after the warranty is up and like, shoot, I don't know how long that's going to be, but I'm not doing any modifications until this warranty is over. That's just how I roll, and I don't want to take any chances by voiding my warranty. But yeah, that's about it. That's about the end of this video. I'll try to keep it short. I'm talking a little bit fast, but as you guys can see, I do have 14,000 miles, so I'm not capping. But yeah, when I hit maybe 25,000 miles, I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see about what's, you know, the next plan. Like I said, since I'm not doing any mods, I'm probably not gonna put a little catch can in here. You know, I should put that in here. I'm just not that kind of person. I don't want to, you know, fuck with shit. I'm not like that into cars like I used to be. Like, I really don't want to touch anything in here. But yeah, that's about it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will probably be a while. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.